Hey guys, this is Alize. In this video, I will tell you about history of Lithuania. Early histories Lithuanians are an Indo-European people belonging to the Baltic group. They are the only branch within the group that managed to create a state unity in pre-modern times. The Prussians were by the Teutonic order in the 13th century became extinct. By the 18th century, the Latvians to the north were conquered during the first three decides of the 13th country century by the order of the century by the order of the were conquered order of the brothers of this world. This order has became a branch of the Teutonic order in 1237. The Lithuanians, protected by a dense primeval forest and extensive marshland, successfully resisted German pressures. Somigatia Lithuania's Zemitija, laying between Prussia and Livonia. Two lands already in the hands of the German warriors. Kings was a particular object of the German expansion. The German threat indeed the Lithuanians tribute unit in the middle of the 13th century under Midogius. He and his family were baptized in 1251, and 2 years later he was accepted into the feudal hierarchy of Europe by being crowned king of Lithuania by authority of Pope Innocent to be IV. Mondichico, who had reverted to paganism, and two of his sons were assassinated in 1263. The Lithuanians returned their naturalistic pagan religion until the late 14th century. The traditions rule from 1270 to 1282 was probably the founder of the dynasty named after the Gadmins, who began to rule about 1315. Although Lithuania expensive to the east and south into the area of the modern Beloria and Ukraine had begun after the destructions of the Kivia realm. It was governments whose systematically carved out the empire that was historic Lithuania's a wild region inhabited by Lithuanians and East Slaves was, as his letters from 1323 indicate. Villeneuve was by then the capital. At Ganymede's death in 1341 or 1342, Lithuania's frontiers extended across the upper Dvina and the northeast to the Dnieper in the southeast and the Pripyat marshes in the south. The Lithuanians were not sufficiently nominated for colonization. Control was nominated through undoubted political talent and a spirit of religious tolerance. The ruling Lithuania's warrior caste intermarried extensively with the ruling princely families of the subject East slave principalities and accepted orthodoxy. Gediminas divided by this empire among his seven sons after a brief period of interance strife. Directly of two reminded Algirds with this capital in Vilnius assumed the title of Great Prince and dealt was with the strain of affairs. Christians whose capital was the Iceland castle at the Turkey dealt with the three from threat from the Teutonian order. Upon his death in 1377, Algiers left his eldest son Georgia an expanded empire and the east, which after 1362 included Kiev. Relations between Georgia and his uncle Castutus, however, were inimical. In 1381, Castutus drove Georgia from Vilnius and assumed the title of Great Prince. In the following year, Fortunate changed Georgia, captured Castutus, and his eldest son. Vitutuk's Castutus was imprisoned and killed, but Vitutus accepted and found sentry among the Teutonic order, which helped to utilize him as its vassal. The German threat had increased significantly. Jugalia has had tried to stem the tide in 1382 by granting of all of Samigatia up to Dubai's rivers to the order. The extended ruling family of Lithuania was split. Those of Julia's brothers who ruled in the east slave regions of the realm unsold alliance with Moscow, including acceptance of the Orthodox Christians. Those in the core lands of the state favored an alliance with Poland and acceptance of Roman Christianity. Union with Poland. Jugila, who chose the latter course on August 14, 1385, he concluded an agreement to join Hasriam with Poland in return of the marriage to the 12 years old Polish queen Jadwiga and the assumption of the Polish throne as king. The agreement was effected early in the following year, 1387. Jujele formally introduced Roman Christianity among these. His Lithuania speaking subject, newly baptized nobles were granted extensive privileges. Their status was officially patterned on the federal social structures prevalent in Western Christendom. In 1392, reconciliation took place between Jugalia and Vitutus, who returns as the rules of Lithuania. The baptism of the Lithuanians removed the basis for existence of the Teutonic order, which had officially been founded to defend Christianity's its stature was considerably reduced after a defeat and July 1514 1810 at Jugurinian at the hands of joint Polish Lithuania. Joint Polish Lithuania army. The Battle of Singlad decision of the German. The Lithuania state reaches its pages during the role of Vivitius called the Great, who died in the 1430. The realm extended from the Baltic Sea south of the shores of the Black Sea and east almost to Mazix, some 100 miles west of Moscow. The Teutonic Order was no longer menacing, but a new threat from the east appeared in 1480 even 30. Alright guys, that's all for today. We'll be seeing you in another video. Bye.